Ed.
Sorry to bother you, Mr. Drysdale.
No, it's always a pleasure. What can I do for you?
Well, Jethro here has got a favor he'd like to ask you.
Well, you just ask away, anything at all.
I'd like to go to West Point.
Well, that's no problem. West Point?
You, Jethro?
Why, ain't it a good school?
Yes, it's one of the finest schools in the world.
Well, boy, it looks like you made a good choice. Can you fix it for him to get in, Mr. Drysdale?
Well, Mr. Clampett, in order for a young man to enter West Point, he has to have, it must... Explain this another way.
Well, first of all, the scholastic requirements for qualification are exceedingly stringent. He must have a great deal of academic preparation.
Are you saying it takes a heap of schooling to get in?
Exactly.
Well, boy, here you're sticking with it clean through the 6th grade is finally going to pay off.
Well, you don't have to go to West Point to learn soldiering, but there's an excellent military academy right here in Beverly Hills, Havenhurst.
How's that sound to you, boy?
Well, gee, I kind of got my heart set on going to West Point.
But Havenhurst is so handy. West Point is 3,000 miles away.
3,000? Gee, if I went there, I'd just about have to give up Granny's cooking, wouldn't I?
It would be a long way to tote lunch, yeah.
Can I get to be a 5-star general at Havenhurst?
Believe me, Jethro, you have a better chance there than you would have at West Point.
Okay, I'll go.
Well, thank you, Mr. Drysdale. Jethro and me will go over and get him joined up.
No, let me prepare them first. I mean, I want to see if they're prepared to give Jethro the finest military training.
Shucks, it don't have to be so fine. Just so long as I can get to be a 5-star general.
Well, let me take care of everything, and I'll keep in touch with you.
Right. Well, thank you kindly. Bye, Miss Jean.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, Granny, looks like this boy's going to be back in school real soon now.
Military school. Mr. Drysdale's getting me in.
It's right here in Beverly Hills.
I can eat at home. How soon will this mess be ready, Granny?
What did you call my victuals?
Oh, that's military talk. When us officers eat, we call it a mess. And this here is what you call a mess hall. You are the head mess maker.
Granny ain't interested in military talk now. Why don't you get ready for school?
Okay, but I'm awful hungry. What time is mess call, Granny?
She'll let you know. Get going.
Well, I'd appreciate it if somebody blow a bugle. That's what they do in the military.
Jed Clampett, you take my word for it. More schooling is going to be the ruination of that boy.
Now, Granny.
He's got so much book learning in his head now, there's no room left in it for any sense.
But this is a military school. Little taste of Army life ain't gonna hurt him.
That boy never took a little taste of nothing. You heard him say he wants to be a general.
Oh, he might be cut out for it. You got the feet for marching and the mouth for giving orders.
All right, Jed. From now on, this is your worry. I'm staying out of it.
Okay.
But it's you who have to explain to his ma.
Explain what?
Never mind. This is your worry. I'm staying out.
Okay.
But it's you who'll have to dry her tears, not me.
Here?
Now, don't try and pump me. I'm staying out of it.
Yeah, I gotta remember that.
40 acres of weeds from the poorhouse window is a mighty sad end.
Pa? Jethro says he's going to a military school right here in Beverly Hills.
Yep.
Just a minute, Ellie. Your pa wants to ask me something.
No, I don't.
Well, that's your worry. I'm staying out. You don't?
It's a school called Havenhurst, Ellie. According to Mr. Drysdale, it's a dandy.
Well, can I go over there with him? And maybe I can meet some fellas.
Sitting in the poorhouse window. That's where Pearl's gonna be.
What's she talking about?
She'll let us know. Well, quick as Jethro gets acquainted, he'll likely fetch some fellas home with him.
Looking out at her 40 acres of weeds.
What does that mean?
There's a way to find out quick. Come on, Ellie, let's go call Mr. Drysdale.
'Cause her only boy won't be coming home to work them 40 acres that she's always counted on. He'll be going to school, learning to be a Beverly Hills general.
Pearl sold off them 40 40 acres of weeds 5 years ago and made a pot full of money.
Well, that's your worry. I'm staying out of it.
Yeah, I forgot.
What do you mean you couldn't get him in? Now, I gave my word to Jed Clampett, and when I give my word, I expect you to keep it.
I did my best, Chief. I pleaded with the commandant, but he was adamant. Jethro will have to come in for a personal interview and take the standard entrance examination.
Baloney.
But the commandant said...
Oh, nuts to the commandant. He's used to pushing little kids around. Well, let's see what happens when somebody looks him in the eye and tells him where to head in. Now, get back there and try. I'm going to lunch.
Chief, please.
What now, Miss Hathaway? What now? I've told you what to do and how to do it. What more do you want?
I want you to do it. After all, it was your idea.
Well, there you are. I've done the executive thinking. I've created the master plan. Now, it's up to you.
Chief, we have been through that. I am not going back.
Are you disobeying a direct order?
Yes.
Miss Hathaway, need I remind you that it's almost Christmas bonus time?
Mr. Drysdale, I have been with you for 10 years, and you have never yet given anyone a Christmas bonus.
Well, is this any way to get me to start? All right, I'll do it myself. If you need me, I'll be at Havenhurst, in the office of the commandant, chewing him out. Come in.
Cadet Captain Harry Hogan reporting his orders, sir.
At ease, Captain Hogan. Now then, as you know, in the forthcoming tactical field exercises, Havenhurst will be opposing Lexington Academy.
Yes, sir.
We will be the Blue Army, they will be the Red Army.
Yes, sir.
Captain Hogan, I have chosen you to take personal command of the 1st Squad, which will spearhead our defense of Beverly Hills.
Thank you, sir.
You deserve it. Your grades have been outstanding. Now then, step around here and we'll discuss tactics.
Yes, sir.
Now, the Red Army, Lexington, will be coming in through Franklin Canyon and will launch their simulated attack in this sector. Now, we will have to find a suitable defense perimeter somewhere around here. Let me get another map, and I can give you the grid coordinates.
Yes, sir.
Let's get something straight.
But, sir...
You speak when I give you permission. Now, I have a boy I want enrolled in this school, and don't give me any hogwash about entrance exams and personal interviews. Is that clear?
Perfectly.
Hey, kid, your voice is changing.
Who are you, sir, and what do you want?
Oh, but he's... Oh, I guess I must have been...
Yes, you did. I am Colonel Hollis.
I'm Melvin Drysdale, sir.
Any matters involving enrollment must come through me.
Well, couldn't I talk to him? He seems very confident. What? Well, I know how busy you are, sir, running this fine school.
I believe I heard you say that our entrance requirements were hogwash.
Oh, no, sir. I was just joking with the little nipper. Oh, he's a fine lad.
The boy you mentioned must come in for a personal interview and take an entrance examination.
Oh, yes, sir. He's a fine lad, too. Oh, you'll like him, sir.
How old is he?
Well, he's kind of big for his age. Nice, tall, husky boy. Been to elementary school.
Oh, what is he, 9, 10?
Oh, no, he's not that tall. Maybe you'd like to take my word about him. Just go ahead and enroll him.
Bring him in.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hi, Miss Jane. You heard the news? Mr. Drysdale's getting me into the Havenhurst Military Academy.
Here you are, Jethro. Use my office to change your clothes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations, Chief. How did you do it?
Easy. The minute I walked into the commandant's office, I took charge. I didn't let him bluff me like he did you.
He seems so stern, so forceful.
You know, you're like a lot of civilians, cowed by a uniform. But not me. I walked over to his desk, I picked up his nameplate, and I said, "See here, Hollis, let's get something straight." And he said, "But, sir." And I said, "You speak when I give you permission."
So that took a lot of courage.
Bah, don't forget I was in the Army myself for 4 years.
I can't wait to see Jethro in his uniform.
Oh, there's plenty of time for that. Have you been to lunch?
No, not yet.
Well, you better go now. Take an extra long one. Half hour.
Thank you.
Okay. But keep it to yourself. Ready, Jethro? Fine.
Mr. Drysdale, are you sure this is what I'm supposed to wear?
For the personal interview with Colonel Hollis, yes. Now, let's see you march the way I showed you.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Excellent. All right, let's go. Oh, you better put this around you before we get to Havenhurst.
Well, I'll be glad when I get my uniform. I sure don't feel much like a five-star general with this on.
All right, Jethro, you can straighten up now.
Thank you. My knees is killing me.
Mr. Drysdale, I'd like to see you alone.
I didn't know he was that big. Oh, he sure fooled me.
If you will, please.
Gee, I was embarrassed when I saw him wearing that outfit. But you know how it is. Some parents try to keep their children from growing up.
Someone should tell his they lost. Well, obviously, he doesn't fit the Havenhurst image.
Well, he could get used to marching like this. Well, how did he do in the entrance exam?
We didn't get that far. During the interview, it came out that his uncle's estate is located right here on this high ground overlooking Franklin Canyon.
Oh, yes, he owns 12 acres right along that ridge.
Perfect defensive terrain. Why, from this position, we could pin down their assault, counterattack on the flank, and save Beverly Hills.
Save Beverly Hills?
What? Lexington Military Academy. Every year we oppose them in tactical field exercises, and they've beaten us 9 years in a row.
Oh, I see.
But with the Clampett estate as our defensive perimeter, why, the referees would give us the victory on strategy alone.
That's very interesting.
Sit down, Drysdale. Let's talk.
No, you sit down. I'll talk. Now, see here, Hollis. Let's get something straight.
What'd he say?
Quiet in the ring!
Yes, sir.
Come on, Bodie! Come here, quick!
What is it, the soldiers come?
Yeah. Take a look at the size of them. They's a bunch of runts. Bodie! I said shoulder arms.
Well, I'm getting there.
Well, Jethro would make 3 of any one of them.
Yeah. The Army must be awful hard up to take them that size. Hey! Bodie!
Yeah? Oh, you want me to turn around, huh?
If you don't mind.
No. Hey, Uncle Jed! Granny, look at me. I'm in the Army.
Bodie, you're at attention.
Well, that's my Uncle Jed and Granny. They live here.
Quiet!
Mr. Clampett, sir. Captain Hogan, commanding the 1st Squad Able Company.
Well, howdy, Captain. This here is Granny.
Ma'am?
How old are you, Sonny?
9.
9.
Well, almost. Has Colonel Hollis arrived, sir?
No, you're the first ones to get here.
Then I'll take charge and deploy my men along the defense perimeter. We're expecting the offensive to begin at exactly 1500 hours.
Poor little fella. Ain't even old enough to tell time.
Jethro, is these real soldiers?
I'll say. He's going to defend Beverly Hills against the Red Army.
Didn't you say?
Mr. Clampett, sir, I must ask you not to converse with my troops.
Well, I'm sorry, Captain, but my nephew here just told me that the Red Army is coming.
That's right, sir. All civilians will please stay out of the battle area.
Left. Hey!
Well, excuse me, Captain, but, is this all the Army you got?
No, sir. 2 more squads on the way.
Port! Arms!
Well, excuse me again, Captain, but is the fellers in them other 2 squads any older?
No, sir. This is the senior squad. We're spearheading the defense.
Double time. Hot! Hot!
Hey, something else?
Hey, wait for me!
Granny, I don't know how much of that you heard, but Beverly Hills is in a heap of trouble.
All right, Larry, fire on a crossfire. Keep it up! Ammo! 14, one roll the caps up here on the line.
I'm tired of passing out caps. I'm gonna do some shooting now.
14,
What you want?
come here.
Well, I ain't had a chance.
Quiet! You big meathead. You goof up once more and I'll bust you solo. You have to salute civilians. Do you read me, 14?
Well, I hear you, if that's what you mean.
Sir, we got the Red Army on the run.
After the men, counterattack! And you, 14, bring ammo on a double.
How's it going, Jethro? We got the whole Red Army on the run. Here, Uncle Jed, take my gun. I got to pass out ammo to the troops.
That dog is Granny. We don't have to worry about the U.S. Army. They is little but uncommon spunky.
What you mean?
Them young'uns is whipping the whole Red Army with nothing but cap guns.
Thank you, Mr. Clabbett. I think that should do it.
Next! That's you, Jed. Come on.
Well, maybe Miss Jane would like to take my turn.
Well,
Would you?
I'm afraid I have to hurry right back to the office.
All right, I'll squeeze you in ahead of Jed.
I meant I have to get back there immediately. You see, Mr. Drysdale isn't feeling well.
Mr. Drysdale is ailing. Fetch him over.
It's just a cold, Granny, and that's one thing you doctors haven't conquered yet.
What do you mean?
Well, there is no known cure for the common cold.
You mean to tell me the city doctors ain't got no cure for a cold?
Well, they can alleviate the symptoms, but no one has a cure.
Well, Granny has. She's been making it as long as I can remember.
A cold cure?
1 spoonful's all it takes.
But the greatest research scientists and doctors in the world have been working on this problem.
Well, tell them to stop it. I come up with a cold cure 45 years ago.
You did?
Well, I thought everybody knew. It was wrote up in the Razorback Hog Breeders' Gazette.
Right on the front page.
Those doctors and scientists don't read that.
How can I get the word to them?
I'll take that up with Mr. Drysdale.
Well, tell him to cheer up. Granny's gonna cure his cold.
Yes, I'll warn... tell him. Bye.
Bye.
He did? Oh, that's good. Bye. I'll have to start mopping up a batch of my cold cure, Jed. Mr. Drysdale's on his way over.
He is?
Yep. The girl said he's gone to see the doctor.
All right, Milburn, you can put your coat back on.
Are you through already?
That's right.
What's the verdict?
You have a cold.
I knew that when I came in. Now, what are you going to do for it?
I'm going to recommend that you eat sensibly, drink lots of fluids, get plenty of rest. And in a week or 10 days, you'll be all right.
But wait a minute. Aren't you going to give me a shot of something?
Well, if you insist, I imagine I have some brandy around somewhere.
I mean a shot for my cold, like penicillin.
Brandy will do you just as much good, and it won't hurt.
Kind of a doctor.
Jed, I can't find Mr. Drysdale. You got him upstairs in bed?
No, Granny. It turns out that the doctor he was going to see wasn't you, it was Dr. Clyburn.
Dr. Clyburn, he ain't got no cold cure. He can't even grow hair.
Take that.
That highfalutin society sawbones, he mean-mouthed me, called me a witch doctor. And after I growed a crop of hair on that gourd head of his.
Yeah, but it seems that after a spell, all that new hair fell out.
I just grow it. I ain't got time to garden it.
Where you going?
I'm going down to that Clyburn's office, and I'm going to show him up. I'm going to give Mr. Drysdale my cold cure in front of everybody.
Now, Granny, you don't want to shame a man by out-doctoring him in his own office with his patients looking on. Why, it could cost him his livelihood, break his spirit in the bargain.
Yeah, I reckon you're right, Jed. Us older and wiser doctors should be helping the young'uns. There's a bond among physicians that's bigger than personal feeling.
She ain't going down to Dr. Clyburn's toting no shotgun, right, Granny?
That's right. I'm gonna take him on bad now. Here it is, Granny. Roy S. Clyburn, M.D.
Now, Granny, before you go in there, I want you to promise me again that
Now, Jed, stop worrying. I've cooled down. I'm here as one doctor helping another to share the fruits of my medical research.
Well, that's fine. I'm sure he'll appreciate it.
There's a bond between all us physicians.
Yeah, I know.
It's a high calling.
True.
I'm proud to be one.
Hey, Uncle Jed, if there ain't gonna be no scrap, can Ellie and me go get something to eat?
Yeah, this ain't gonna be no fun.
It's going to be better than fun. It's going to be a lesson in folks forgetting their own feelings for the good of mankind. And I want you young'uns to see it. Mr. Drysdale must be inside with the doctor.
I'll go take a look. You sit down. Hey, you in there, open up.
Please, madam.
You ought to wash this window. So dirty I can't hardly see through it.
What did you wish?
Mr. Drysdale in there?
No, he's gone.
Oh, well then you tell Dr. Clyburn that I got something for him.
Did you have an appointment?
No, but he'll be glad to see me.
I'm afraid Dr. Clyburn is booked up for weeks.
Well, I ain't gonna sit here that long. Now you tell him that Dr. Granny is here to give him a cold cure. Interested in stock, are you?
Yes.
Did you ever read the Razorback Hog Breeders Gazette?
No.
My cold cure was on the front page of it. You got a cold?
No.
What's bothering you?
Yes.
From the looks of you, I'd say your gizzard is acting up. Does it hurt you when I poke you?
Here she is, Doctor.
Hello, Roy. Say, I think this fella's got an ailing gizzard. Now, if you're busy, I'll take him in yonder and give him a good going over.
Nurse, show Mr. Parker into examination room B.
Yes, Doctor.
I didn't bring my bag, Roy. I'll have to borrow a few things from you.
You see, young'un? Granny and Dr. Clyburn is working together already. Let this be a lesson to you. If you're big enough to swallow your pride and offer your hand in friendship,
Put me down, you good-headed queen. I have got revenge on you.
Out! All of you! Out! Oh, no, not you.
Never again, I won't give you my cold cure.
Excuse me, Dr. Clyburn, but I'm disappointed in you. Ray. I am for a fact. Like I was just saying to the young'uns, I said, with Granny swallowing her pride and coming forward like she done in the spirit of goodwill, and
Uncle Jed.
What?
Is the friendship lesson over?
I kind of think it is.
Hot dog, let's go home and eat.
think you're going? There's no medical buildings on this street.
Please, Granny, let's go home and have some victuals. We've been to 6 medical buildings, and not one of them's had a vacancy.
Boy's right, Granny. You just might have to do your doctoring at home.
No. If I'm gonna show up that Clyburn, I gotta have me an office in town.
Hey, Granny, maybe Mr. Drysdale's got an empty office.
Good idea. Turn the truck around.
Excuse me, Chief, the Clampetts are in my office.
Mr. Drysdale! Who's a better doctor, Clyburn or me?
What? You are, Granny.
Clyburn cure a cold?
No.
Can he make medicine better than me?
No.
Has he been doctoring longer than me?
No.
Then can I have an office here in your building?
No.
No.
She means no vacancy. Otherwise, we'd be proud to have you. Proud.
There's a sign downstairs that says the penthouse is for rent.
Can I have it?
No!
No.
She means no problem. Miss Hathaway, see that the penthouse is made ready for the doctor immediately.
But Chief, you got...
Never mind, Miss Jean. Granny knows exactly what she wants. You got a whole family to help her. Come on, Doc.
Oh, Mr. Drysdale, I left your cold cure on the truck. But you come up to my office later. You can be my first patient.
Chief, practicing medicine without a license is a criminal offense, and if you rent her an office, that
Relax, relax. She can't practice medicine without patients. So, we'll tell the switchboard operator not to ring, and the elevator operator not to take anyone up.
But it...
By tonight, Granny will be ready to forget the whole thing and go home. In the meantime, we will have collected the first and last month's rent.
If she does treat a patient, somebody is going to jail.
Oh, stop worrying. Your job will be waiting for you when you get out.
Any patients waiting to see me?
No, ma'am, doctor.
Any appointments?
No, ma'am.
Any emergencies?
No, ma'am.
Has the hospital called?
No, ma'am. Nobody's called and nobody's come. We might as well be sitting home in the root cellar.
Ain't right. Folks are sitting around Clyburn's office suffering. Here I am with 50 years of doctoring behind me. What's that I smell?
I smell it, too.
Oh! I got some stuff in the sterilizer. I'll take care of it.
Office and fetch back some sick folks.
Okay, Granny. See you later.
I need you to drive me.
I'm sorry, Granny. I got emergency here.
What emergency?
I'm trying to keep from starving to death.
You can eat later. Come on.
But, Granny, I haven't eaten...
Now! And bring my doctor's bag.
Yes, ma'am. I'm coming.
You may go in now. Examination room C. Mr. Booth, I'm afraid the doctor isn't going to have time to see any salesmen today.
Oh, but I have to fly back to San Francisco tonight.
Oh, Miss Murray, would you get me to Henderson X-rays,
Yes,
please?
sir.
Thank you.
Oh, Dr. Clyburn, I'm from Hencal Pharmaceuticals.
Another time, please. I've had a hard day.
But I have this new combiotic.
Another time.
I've been trying to see you for several days.
I'm busy.
But just take a look at my tetracycline combiotic.
I haven't time. Show it to another doctor.
I've been to every doctor in the building. You're the last one.
Then come back tomorrow.
Tomorrow's too late. I'll be gone.
That's your problem.
You poor man. I heard what he said to you, but all doctors are not like him. What is it you wanted to show him?
I have an advanced tetracycline combiotic.
Lord love you. I got something that'll ease your pain. You'll have to come to my office.
I can't come to your office.
Catch him, lunchmouth. There's no time to lose.
What about my case?
I'm taking it.
Dr. Clyburn!
That little broomstick jockey is practicing medicine. I warned you, Drysdale.
I warned you, Miss Hathaway.
Somebody is in big trouble.
That's you, Miss Hathaway.
Oh, hi, Dr. Clyburn. You want to see Dr. Granny?
You bet I do.
Well, just take a seat. She's busy right now. You too, Mr. Drysdale, Miss Jane.
You tell her I want to see her, and I mean I want to see her now.
What's all the commotion out here? Oh, it's you. Come to apologize, did you?
I came to see that you go to jail. And all I need is for you to sign a complaint.
Oh, I have no complaint. I've just been made West Coast distributor for the first cold cure in medical history.
You bean brain, there is no cure for the common cold.
Granny's got one.
I don't believe it.
My hand on the book. It ain't failed in 45 years.
Well, Clyburn, wait until the papers get hold of this. Doctor tries to suppress cold cure. Wait a minute. Publicity.
She really has an effective cure?
One spoonful's all it takes.
Well, I'll tell you what. If Granny will give up this office, I'll forget about everything that's happened up until now.
It's a deal.
But first of all, I want to find out more about this cold cure.
Come down to my office, Roy.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Milburn.
I'll be right with you. Don't forget I have exclusive distribution.
Granny, I apologize. This morning I didn't believe you. Your cold cure really works.
Positively, if you follow directions.
By the way, what are the directions?
Take 1 spoonful of cold cure, eat sensible, get lots of rest, and drink plenty of water.
And in a week or 10 days, your cold will be gone.
A week or 10 days.
That's all it takes.
Ain't failed in 45 years.
Can we go back in your office? I think I'm going to be sick.
This house does. It's perfect for small impromptu parties. I'm going to buy it. That front lawn needs something. A fountain. With a statue. What's that statue by Rodin that I like so much?
A kiss?
Buy it.
I don't think it's for sale.
Buy it.
Well, howdy, folks. What can I do for you?
That's Tracy Richards. The Tracy Richards. She likes the house.
Well, ain't that nice?
I'm Miss Richards' secretary. If the owner's on the premises...
Doug?
Yes.
The chandelier can stay. But this whole wall comes out. Dreadful drapes. Yes, I think this will work out rather nicely.
Well, ma'am, I'm right pleased.
Is there an elevator?
Well, no, ma'am. Generally, we just...
Doug, what's the name of the decorator who did my first villa in Portofino?
Scapita. Guglielmo Scapita.
Yes, fly him over. He's just right for this place.
Very well.
I want that mansion today. Now.
But-
Let's go talk to the owner.
We have.
When?
This morning, the man who met us at the door.
You're joking. That rural Rasputin was...
J.D. Clampett.
Well, this is going to be simple. Get the papers ready. Mr. Clampett? I suppose you know who I am.
You bet I do. You're the lady come out this morning wanting to buy the place.
I'm Tracy Richards. The Tracy Richards.
Yeah, that's what the fella said. Unusual first name, the. Sit down, sit down. Like to whittle?
No, thank you. Now, let's dispense with the small talk. I like this house.
So do we. A funny thing, when we moved in, we didn't care too much about it, especially Granny, but it kind of growed on us.
Mr. Clampett, I'm willing to pay your price.
For what?
For this house, this estate.
Oh, well, we ain't looking to sell.
I don't want to bargain with you. I want to buy this house.
Yeah, but like I say, man, we ain't looking to sell.
But you don't understand. Money is no object. I'll give you a blank check.
Well, ma'am, if I turn down $40 cash, I sure ain't gonna take no blank check.
You're deliberately being facetious.
I am?
No one treats me like this. No one.
Like what, ma'am?
I always get what I want, and I'm going to get this house. He actually defied me. Worse than that, I think he was laughing at me. That bumpkin, that hayseed. Well, Doug, what are you doing?
I've been on the phone, Miss Richards. I've checked every source I know. There just isn't much on Mr. Clampett.
Well, I don't need much to ruin him. What clubs does he belong to?
None.
What corporations is he connected with?
None.
Well, he must do something.
He whittles a lot.
I know that.
Miss Richards, there must be hundreds of beautiful mansions in Beverly Hills. Now,
But
why
I
not?
want that one. No bearded hick is going to keep me from getting it.
Well, this bearded hick's pretty independent. You might finally have found a man that you can't buy.
Everyone has a price. And what else did you find out about him?
Not much. He's a widower, completely devoted to his family, and as
His
far as...
family. Tell me about them.
Well, first of all, there's Granny.
You know, they say a house takes on the personality of those who live in it. This one has certainly taken on your charming personality.
Really?
And that of your beautiful daughter.
Oh, Ellie Mae ain't my daughter. She's my granddaughter.
Teasing me. You can't be a grandmother.
Oh, but I am. Ain't I, Ellie?
Yes'm. But you're so young.
I'm older than I look. Ain't I, Ellie?
Yes'm.
Get that varmint out of my kitchen.
Yes'm, Granny. You don't see many pet raccoons.
I do. That girl's got a pet everything. I never seen anyone so critter crazy.
It must be quite a problem for you.
Oh, you don't know the problems that I've got. But then, you don't want to hear about that.
But I do.
Well, I don't blame you. You do?
I do.
Sit down. Sit down. Let me take your coat.
Thank you.
Oh, my. That's a nice, soft hide. Where did it come from?
I believe that came from Bergdorf's.
Sure is nice. Would you like some coffee, or do you like your troubles straight?
Coffee would be nice.
You and me can sit up on the bench and talk.
Oh, Granny, why don't we take my car?
Good view from up there.
But I've seen everything.
All right, I'll see what's keeping Ellie. Ellie Mae! Come on!
Jethro, would you like to drive my car?
Would I?
Where's Jethro going?
I don't know. He just drove away.
He'll be back. He don't know where we're going for victuals.
He loves to drive, doesn't he?
Wait till you see him eat.
I'm back. Any calls? Okay, thank you.
Oh, hi, Miss Jane.
Mr. Clampett, how long have you been here?
Well, quite a spell. I come as soon as I got the call.
What call?
Well, you see, this fella called up and said Mr. Drysdale wanted to see me.
That's strange. Mr. Drysdale's out of town.
Must have heard him wrong.
Oh, incidentally, you may be hearing from a Miss Tracy Richards. She's very anxious to buy your house.
Oh, yeah, she already come to see me. I got her money right here in my pocket.
You didn't sell?
No, ma'am. All she offered was $40.
$40?
Yeah, she started off at 30 and come up 10.
Oh, there must be some mistake. Tracy Richards has scads of money.
Well, I reckon she spent it all on a fancy car.
Hardly. She inherited one of the world's great fortunes. Richards Shipping, Richards Hotel, Richards Steel, lumber, paper, electronics. You name it, she's got it.
Well, she sure ain't turning loose much of it.
In here, Chief. You're back early.
Yes, Mr. Clampett.
Howdy, Mr. Drysdale.
What a delightful surprise to find you here, There's nothing wrong, is there?
No, Miss Jane and me were just talking about that woman who wants to buy my house.
Buy your house?
Have no fear, Chief. We both turned her down.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'd rather lose an arm than my good neighbor here. Who is the woman?
Tracy Richards.
Well, if she thinks she's going to get Mr. Clampett's house, she's got another... The Tracy Richards?
That's the one. Uncommon first name, eh?
Richards Shipping, hotels, steel, lumber, paper, electronics.
That's the one. The richest girl in the world.
Oh.
Now, calm down, Mr. Drysdale. I told her nothing doing.
But if she really wants the house. Look, I always thought that house was too big for Granny to take care of. All the scrubbing and cleaning, and it is a little damp and cold.
I thought you didn't want to lose... Sweetheart? You mean Miss Richards?
I am plumb out of my skull about her.
Out of your skull is right. I think all three of yous popped your stoppers.
Dad, what do you got against this sweet lady?
Can't you see she's just using you to get what she wants? She is the most willful, headstrong, spoiled, rotten woman that I've...
I'll have to ask you not to talk that way about the woman that I'm going to marry.
That tears it. Get in there and get her on the phone.
Now, remember, she's all mine.
Yeah, come on, I'll remember. Get in there and get her on the phone.
And no bird dogging.
Yeah.
Isn't it exquisite, Doug? And I stole it for only $90,000. I'm going to hang it in the drawing room of the mansion, where those hillbillies have that feed store calendar.
I must admit, Miss Richards, that you have three of them run over, but let me point out to you again. It takes Mr. Clampett's signature to make...
That will be Mr. Clampett calling right now.
What?
I'll take it. Hello there. Hello? Hello, who is this?
This is your sweetie.
Human disposal. Hello, handsome.
Give me that. Hello, Miss Richards? This here is Jed Clampett speaking.
Oh, hello, Mr. Clampett. I'm so glad you called. I'm very anxious to talk to you.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I got a few words to say to you, too. Now, if you think for a minute you can bribe... Hello?
Hello?
I said, if you think for 1 minute you can... Sounds like we got a bad connection.
Yes, it's terrible.
Well, I'll call you back.
Well, I'm afraid it's my phone. It's been acting this way for days. If you really want to talk, I think you better come over here.
Well, I can...
It's the penthouse of the Richards Plaza. Bye. Type out the sales agreement, fill the fountain pen, ice a bottle of champagne, and get lost.
Did we get away, Ellie? Well, I reckon. Who was we running from? From your Paul. He was making noises like he wanted to take the stuff back.
Sure hope he sells Miss Tracy this old house.
Me too. We could live like kings and queens in that hotel of hers.
Yeah, servants to do everything.
Yeah. No beds to make.
No floors to scrub.
No garden to hoe.
No yards to rake.
No meals to...
Who is it?
Jed Clampett, ma'am.
Oh, Mr. Clampett, how nice of you to come. We have so much to talk about.
Well, won't take me long to speak my piece.
You haven't even told me how you like my little place here.
Well, it's right nice, what I can see of it. Got to knock a few windows in it, though.
It's a marvelous idea. Thank you.
Now, ma'am, I come here to talk about all that stuff you give my family. I don't hold with that, and every bit of it is coming back.
You know, when you're angry, Eyes flash blue fire.
It ain't that I don't vote. They did?
I'll put out the fire.
You ain't gonna put it out like that.
Oh, let's be friends.
You going about that the right way.
Uncle Jed! You're stealing my woman.
I'm not your woman.
See, you already stole her.
Jennifer, get out of here. You're going to spoil everything.
Mr. Drysdale, how many men you got around here anyhow?
2 more than I need.
Just for that, I ain't gonna marry you. You're too fickle. You can have your old car back, too.
Miss Richards, here's the things you give us. We wanted to fetch them back to you clean, but they wouldn't take a washing worth shucks, especially this feathered shawl.
Yeah, Granny's last soap just took the stripes right out this year's zebra.
So I didn't want to take a chance and wash the spots off of this bird dog.
Thank you.
Let's go home, huh?
Yeah, Jed, don't sell our house.
Never aimed to. Well, Miss Richards, you're welcome to come visit us anytime.
Forget it.
I'm just trying to be friendly.
Now, you'll forgive me if I don't show you to the door.
Come on, family. I think it's time we go home.
Now then, about this plan of mine.
You two, out. Not that way. That way.
Miss Richards, that's 30 floors.
Happy landing.
Listen! If I do jump, will you open an account in my bank? Miss Richards! Miss Richards!
These charity affairs are so thrilling.
Expensive, too.
All the people are here.
Everyone they could put the bite on.
There are the Gaylord Depews from Pasadena. Yoo-hoo! Rosemary!
Isn't she a mess?
The race has started.
Quick, Melvin, let me have the binoculars. Oh, this is terrible.
What?
We're giving a party after the race, and Evelyn and Gladys are wearing identical dresses. I'll have Mr. Drysdale call the moment he returns. Oh, before you hang up, could I speak to Jethro, please?
Well, he ain't here right now. He's out giving Granny another driving lesson. Yeah, she likes to be able to get around on her own, so she...
Hey, Pa, I think you better come quick. Granny's headed up the front line.
Oh, you're back, Miss Jean. That's Granny's driving, all right. Granny, are you hurt?
No, I'm all right. Now, and you call yourself a driving teacher?
Not no more. I'm through. I done give my last driving lessons. Uncle Jed, she's getting worse instead of better.
Where'd you hit the tree?
Out in front of the Drysdales.
It's your fault. You told me to turn around. So I turned around. That's when we walked into the tree.
Granny, I meant turn the car around. She was starting up a one-way street.
You shouldn't have yelled at me with all them cars heading right for us. I'm through risking my life with them contraptions. Too many people on the street driving around that have no business.
That's the truth. Jethro, you need any help getting the truck out of here?
Shucks, no, Uncle Jed. There's only one end of the lift.
Won't Jethro and me take this tree over to the Drysdales and set it back into the ground?
Yeah, now'd be a good time to do it, too, while they're still at the park looking at the horses.
Horses? Jed, did you say the Drysdales buying a horse?
Well, Miss Jane didn't say nothing about them buying one. She just said they were going out to look at some trotters.
By dingies, that's what I need. A high-stepping trotter and a shiny buggy.
It would be trying to drive that truck. I don't recall ever seeing a buggy in Beverly Hills.
Maybe they're going to make a comeback.
Could be. I've been hearing a lot about there being too many automobiles and how they's causing smog and traffic jams.
And accidents. I seen 3 of them just while I was driving.
Is that a fact?
I was in 2 of them.
It would be a lot safer driving a horse and buggy. 2 heads is always better than 1, especially when one belongs to a horse.
I just bet they're gonna come back and start. That's why Miss Drysdale's buying one.
Now, hold on. Miss Jane didn't say they was buying one.
I know Miss Drysdale. She's always got to be the first in the neighborhood. Where'd Miss Jane say they was going?
Someplace called Hollywood Park.
That sounds just like the spot where they'd have a barbecue and a horse auction. Let's go.
Now, hold on, Granny. We don't know if they's having a horse auction. Miss Jean said it's Society Day out there, and we sure don't want to get mixed up in that.
Oh, Jed, I feel so grand driving around Beverly Hills in a nice shiny buggy with yeller wheels and black leather seats and a red fringe on the top.
Whoa, Granny. Let me call Miss Jean and see can we get the horse before you start fitting out the buggy.
I want a high stepper with a long, silky mane, with lots of spirit, a real prancer.
Chief, Mrs. Drysdale?
Miss Hathaway, what are you doing here? Something wrong at the bank?
No, Chief, but Mr. Clampett called.
Something wrong with the Clampetts?
No, Chief.
Then what are you doing at the racetrack on my time?
The nature of Mr. Clampett's call was such that I felt justified in coming here. It seems that Granny is most...
If you two are going to discuss those revolting hillbillies, I'm going to the turf club. Where the conversation is on a higher level.
What is it? What about the Clampetts?
Well, it seems the Clampetts want to buy a trotting horse.
What?
Apparently your being here today gave them the idea.
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have come. That wife of mine's to blame.
Now, wait, Chief. The idea has some merit.
Are you off your rocker? Those horses cost a fortune. The idea is to keep their money in my bank, not spend it.
But hear me out.
I'll throw you out! Now you go back there and change your minds and dock yourself all the time you wasted.
Chief, please. Listen to my thoughts on the matter. Sorry. Actually, the Clampetts purchasing a racehorse may have many advantages, both financial and otherwise.
You're raving.
First of all, it is a capital investment, subject to depreciation and capital gain and loss taxes.
Really?
Yes. Secondly, it ties in with their love of animals, their desire to own livestock.
Yeah.
And it could erase the threat of their moving back to the country.
How?
Well, an occasional visit to the stables might very well satisfy their urge for the rural life.
Yeah. And you're sure of the tax advantages, eh?
I checked with our expert at the bank. And, in addition to all this, it is just possible that their horse might win a vast amount of money.
Terrific! Terrific! Oh, by George, this is one of the best ideas I've ever had.
Congratulations, Chief.
Just doing my job. Well, let's go down to the stables and buy the most beautiful horse we can find.
Oh, perhaps the Clampetts would like to pick it out themselves.
No. I don't want them to change their minds. I want them to see that horse this afternoon and fall in love with it. Meantime, you make arrangements for boarding it.
Right, Chief.
Oh, by the way, about your coming here, I'm sorry that I yelled at you. In fact, I think you deserve a reward.
Really?
Yes. Just forget about docking yourself.
Thank you.
How soon do you want me to come back for you, Doc?
Oh, half an hour, 45 minutes. Mr. Drysdale said to give Mr. Clampett a good look at Lady Belle, then we'll take her to the boarding stables.
Howdy. What you got in there?
$30,000 worth of horse flesh.
Hot dog. We's gonna eat tonight. Say, fellas, there's a live horse in here. Beauty, too.
Yeah, she's one of the finest in the country. Big money winner at Hollywood Park.
Is that so? I won some money at a park once, shooting them little ducks as they go along. How did you win?
Guessing people's weight.
That's a smart horse.
You're not Mr. Clampett, are you?
No, sir. He's my uncle.
Would you tell him his horse is here?
Is this my Uncle Jed's horse?
Yeah, Mr. Drysdale arranged the purchase.
Boy, wait till Ellie hears about this. She's been wanting a zebra, but this is pretty near as good, yeah.
Well, he's running around loose.
Maybe they're cleaning his cage.
Jed! Uncle Jed! Uncle Jed!
What is it, boy?
Your horse is here.
Horse?
What horse?
The one from Hollywood Park. The smart one. It's out front right now. I'll go find Ellie.
Jed, you sweet old rascal. You wanted to surprise me.
No, Granny,
Yes, you did, and you're the nicest son-in-law a woman ever had. And I'm going to kiss you.
Well, honestly, must
you
have been
know
Miss
how
Jane.
I like surprises.
Well, no, Granny,
I love you, Jed. You darling man.
Well, you see, I didn't.
And you gonna let me kiss you, are, ain't you?
Granny,
You wanted to surprise me, didn't you?
Yeah, now let's go out and look at the horse.
Hey, mister, whose horse?
She belongs to Mr. J.D. Clampett.
Pa bought a horse? Well, she's a beauty. Howdy, girl.
Careful now, she's skittish.
No, she ain't. We's gonna be friends, ain't we? I'll give you carrots and sugar lumps.
You certainly have a way with horses.
I like critters.
I've never seen Lady Belle take to anyone like she has to you.
Oh, Jed, she's a dandy.
Her name's Lady Belle, Granny. Pa, thank you for getting her.
Sure, I'm getting a lot of kissing that ain't rightfully mine. Good chest, don't her?
Mr. Clampett?
Yes, sir.
I'm Doc Pritchett, Lady Belle's handler.
Oh, pleased to meet you. Mighty fine animal.
Oh, thank you. I have some papers here that have to be signed.
Well, come on in the house.
All right.
We's all kind of surprised by this.
Mr. Drysdale made all the arrangements. Got yourself a mighty fine trotter there.
Yes, sir.
Between us, I don't care much about this buggy.
Maybe it's a city-style book.
City or country, there's got to be a place for the reins. This thing must weigh a ton. Take a plow horse to pull it.
Well, it's got rubber tires and nice windows.
You don't know how you drive it. There ain't no place to sit down in here. You know what I'd do if this thing was mine? I'd let the horse ride in it.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Clampett.
That's all right.
Come on, Pa. I'll show you her teeth.
Well, Mr. Clampett tells me that Lady Belle is going to be your horse. What do you think of her?
She's fine. But I don't see how she pulls that heavy contraption around.
Oh, she doesn't. She's a sulky horse.
I don't blame her. Where's the rig she likes to pull?
Oh, that's over at the stables, along with the harness and the other equipment.
Well, I'd like to have it.
Up here?
Of course. I want to show off around the neighborhood.
Well, Mr. Drysdale said anything you want. May I use your phone?
Right in the hall. Help yourself.
Granny, I think you're going to be real happy with this mare.
I'll be happier when her buggy gets here. That fella's having her sent up from the stables.
Well, can I ride her out to the gate and back?
Let me have a turn on her first, Ellie. I think I'll gallop by Miss Drysdale's and give her a look.
You want a leg up?
Of course not. I've never needed any help to get on a horse. Just give me a little running room. I'm just as spry as I ever was. Now hold still, Lady Belle.
What could have happened? She's been gone for half an hour.
Nothing to worry about. Granny sets a horse like most folks set a rocker.
Yeah, but Lady Belle isn't a saddle horse.
That's all right. Granny ain't using one.
Excuse me, Mr. Clamp.
Nervous kind of fella. Ought to take up whittling.
Here's your sulky, Doc.
Never mind that. We got to find Lady Belle.
She run off?
She was ridden off. Bareback.
A $30,000 trotter?
Come on, let's go.
Jed, what's this thing?
You reckon it's Granny's buggy?
Well, if it is, most of it's missing.
Come around the yard once, Jethro.
Okay.
Hold it, young'uns. Yonder comes Granny.
Whoa, Lady Belle. Whoa, girl. What's that?
I'm afraid that's the buggy the fella promised you.
Jed, it looks like we've been took.
Well, he got shorted a mite on the buggy, but there's nothing wrong with the horse. Is there? What is it?
I must have rode her 10 miles. Used every trick I know. Never could get her to go faster than a trot. Is everything ready, Jed?
Man's got Lady Bell all hitched and harnessed up.
Did they find the back half of the buggy?
Well, now, about that, I'm afraid them fellas at the horse auction see Mr. Drysdale coming.
What you mean?
You wouldn't believe what kind of money he paid for that horse and buggy.
Not more than $100, I hope.
Well, they would top that a little. Gotta remember, he's a city fella, and he thought he was doing us a powerful favor.
Well, let's go look at it.
Well, now, what I wanted to tell you was, Mr. Drysdale and Miss Jane just come. And I want you to try extra hard not to act disappointed in front of them.
All right.
Well, Granny, there she is, all decked out and ready to go. How do you like it?
Fine, Mr. Drysdale. Just fine.
The chief made a wonderful purchase, don't you think?
Sure. Sure.
Well, come take a closer look. Sit in the driver's seat. Oh, you'll get a big thrill out of it.
Driver's seat? Where is the rest of you supposed to ride?
We'll take care of it.
Can't even go to the market in that thing. No place to carry your groceries.
I'll fix it for you. Now, come on. Look for some good things to say.
Like what?
What do you think of him, Granny?
Well,
She loves it. I picked a real winner for you, Granny.
you think so?
Oh, yes. You can bring home the bacon with this.
Where?
Where?
There ain't even a place to put your feet.
Say, Mr. Drysdale, Miss Jane, I just remembered. Granny baked up some special coffee cake to show her appreciation to you folks. Now, Ellie Mae, why don't you take them in the kitchen and serve them up a big helping?
Yes, sir,
Well, I'm not especially hungry.
Neither am I.
You don't want to hurt Granny's feelings, do you?
Oh, no.
How's the set, Granny?
Poor.
Now, don't you worry. Jethro and me will build you a box so you can put your feet and your groceries in.
But, Jed, this rig ain't for hauling, it's for racing.
Racing?
Yeah, I was talking to the doc yonder. He says the fellow that sold it to Mr. Drysdale didn't do nothing else. Went all around the country racing.
All right, doggies, I'll bet you that's the reason he stripped this buggy down so he'd get as light as he could.
Jed, I like racing as well as the next person. And I even took some things off Pearl's buggy so I could beat Elverna Bradshaw. But this is ridiculous.
Maybe the reason that he had to strip it down special light was because the horse was slow.
Slow?
I couldn't even get her to break into a gallop.
Well, that don't make no sense at all. Doc says Lady Bell was bred and trained for nothing but racing. Been in over hundreds of them.
Reckon it was your setting on her that slowed her?
Could be if she wasn't used to it. Hand me them reins, Jethro. I'll give her another try.
He's going to bridle, Doc.
Whoa, Lady Bell. That's a good girl.
Well, Granny, I'll bet you've never driven a horse like that before.
Quite a thrill, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Miss Hathaway, let's go right out to Hollywood Park and enter Lady Bell in tomorrow's big race.
Good.
We'll have our money back the first day.
See you in the winner's circle. Tally-ho.
Well, Granny?
Like you said, Jed, they seen Mr. Drysdale coming.
Slow, huh?
A mule skinner couldn't get that turtle to do better than a trot.
Mr. Drysdale, he's already counting the money that Lady Bell's going to win for him tomorrow.
The only way that horse can win a race is setting in the back end of a fast car.
You got one chance. Ellie Mae.
She ain't got a fast car.
Oh, but she got away with critters.
Forget it.
We got to try for Mr. Drysdale's sake.
How come?
If you know what he paid for that horse, you wouldn't ask.
Come on, Margaret, let me have the glasses. They're getting ready for the first race.
All right, Milburn, just let me see. Ah!
Howdy, folks.
Howdy. Mr. Clampett. Oh, your box is right behind us.
Oh, thank you.
What are those dreadful people doing here? They happen to own one of the finest trotters in the country.
We're Granny and Ellie Mae.
But Don's talking to the horse.
Howdy comes Ellie.
Here, Ellie, right up here.
Howdy, everybody.
You know, if Granny doesn't hurry, she's going to miss the first race.
Oh, no, she ain't gonna miss it. She's gonna be in it.
Yonder they come, getting ready to commence.
I don't see Granny or Lady Belle.
She'll be along in a minute.
Yeah, there was a little trouble about getting there started with others.
Yonder she comes.
Now, none of this trotting foolishness, Lady Belle. They got a head start on us. If we's gonna catch them, you gotta run like Ellie learned you. Come on now, get up! Master, do I have to come up there and show you how to run? That's it, now take after him. Make Ellie proud of you. Come on, you can do it. Please, Dana, go, girl, go! Pick them up and lay them down.
She caught him. She caught him.
She's frightened them.
Show me this, Granny.
Come on, Granny.
Now you got him. Head
Don't fret now, Granny. You done fine. You won fair and square.
And how come they didn't give me the money? Nor put the flowers on me, nor nothing.
Because she was disqualified.
You!
Don't scrap it now. We's proud of you, Granny. You too, Ellie Mae. And you too, Lady Belle.
Presentation.
And listen to...
Spoiled everything.
Mama's sorry.
She just won't untie them apron strings, will she?
Well, don't worry. When Sonny marries Ellie, we'll fix that. When's the wedding, darling? Well, he didn't say nothing about getting married. Well, what was he doing in there on his knees? Oh, painting my fingernail. Doing what? Oh, I'm supposed to pick out my favorite color. Well, when's he gonna propose? Oh, tonight, I reckon. That's when he's fetching back the rest of my presents.
Chief, the president of Adorable Beauty Products is on the phone.
Now, don't tell me he's fired the jerk already. Tell him I'm out of town.
Sonny sold a $1,000 order.
What?
The first customer he called on.
Ben? Milburn. Oh, what'd you expect? He's my son. What's the difference? I raised him, educated him. He's got my... I'll call you back. My boy just walked in.
Congratulations, Sonny.
Yes, congratulations, my boy.
I had no idea the business world was such a pushover. Now let's talk about that vice presidency.
Yeah. Well, the ability to sell is a valuable commodity in any business, and you've certainly proven that.
Stepdad,
Yes, son.
just make me an offer.
Well, I suppose if... Considering... Can we discuss it?
Oh, all right. Just sit down.
Sorry, Chief, another phone call.
Not now. I'm talking to my son, the super salesman.
But it's Mr. Clampett.
I'll be brief, son. Hello, Mr. Clampett.
Mr. Drysdale, I've been trying to get a hold of Sonny, but you can tell him for me not to bring Ellie all them gifts he promised her.
Gifts?
Yeah, she was just telling me. Perfumes and all kind of beauty stuff. According to her, it'd come to pretty near $1,000.
I see.
Oh, I know he plans to ask her to marry him tonight, but even so, it's too much.
Thank you, Mr. Clampett. Goodbye.
You've just wasted 68 seconds of my valuable time. Now let's have some action.
Oh, right. Sonny.
You two sit down. You ain't doing nothing but stirring up a breeze.
What's Sonny doing in there all this time? You sure he's fixing to pop the question?
He knows it's pop or get popped.
Lily Mae, this is going to be a terribly difficult thing for me to ask you. It's like penning up a wild deer, or capturing a beautiful butterfly, or caging a soaring bird. Are you sure you want to do all that to me?
What do you mean, Sonny?
Oh, never mind. What must be, must be. Allie Mae, will you marry me?
No, thank you.
What was that?
No, thank you. You're a real nice fella, Sonny, and I like you a whole lot. I just don't love you, and I don't think you love me neither.
But that's not the point. You've turned down Sonny Drysdale, the sweetheart of a dozen sororities, king of countless campuses. Are you sure you want to pass up this chance for paradise?
Yep.
Have you thought it over carefully?
Yep.
And you're willing to give up instant ecstasy?
Yep.
Is that all you can say? Yep.
Nope. There's one other thing. You're kneeling on my foot. Nice presentation.